The land down under has never been easier to reach. United Airlines has more flights between the U.S. and Australia than any other U.S. airline, so you can fly nonstop to destinations like Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane. Explore dazzling cities, savor the very best of Aussie cuisine, and get up close and personal with the wildlife. Who doesn't want to hold a koala? Go to united.com/Australia to book your adventure.
I'm Kat with Dining at Disney, and I'm here with Kristen. Kristen, tell us about some travel deals.
Well, if you are looking to visit the Walt Disney World Resort, you can actually enjoy the Stay, Play, and Disney Dining Card promotion. And right now, that can save you up to $150 per room per night. Ooh. So if you do a 10-day stay, that's $1,500. Lots of money. So this is going to be vary quite a bit depending on where you stay. So you've got the value resorts that'll start at $35, and you have your deluxe resorts that end at $150 a night. The dates that this promotion are available are going to be most nights July 1st through July 10th, as well as August 1st through September 14th. That's going to be when you get your biggest amount of money. The other dates available are June 25th through the 30th and July 11th through the 31st.
And how can people book these trips?
They can contact me at themeparksandcruises@gmail.com.
From the Gator Framework Studio in Music City, it's the Dining at Disney podcast.
Another thing about good food, it brings folks together from all walks of life.
You'll discover all the best restaurants and food as you hungrily explore the Disney parks.
Let's do this thing!
The Dining at Disney podcast with your hosts, Kristen Hetzel, Bubba Alvarez, and Kat Arcori.
Welcome to the Dining at Disney podcast. I am Kristen, Disney park enthusiast, foodie, travel expert, and hockey fan.
Nice. I am musician, guitarist, and all-around Disney fan Aljon Go, joined by...
I'm Kat, experiential designer, film historian, foolish mortal. Welcome to the show.
So I have to start off with a little funny story. So our little ones, we put to bed. For whatever reason, tonight, they don't want to go to bed, and our little girl has gone out of her bed, and she had come upstairs. Now, when I put her to bed, she said to me, "Mommy, you have lipstick on. Mommy, why do you have lipstick on?" And I said, "I'm doing my podcast." She goes, "Okay, Mommy, you can do one podcast, not two, one. You can do one podcast." And so come to find her outside the room earlier. And I said, "What are you doing?" And she goes, "Mommy, I want to see you podcast."
Oh, sweet girl.
She's like, "Can I come and watch?" And I was like, "No, it is way past your bedtime."
You know, she came up to see me work, and she actually was here doing post-production when I was doing Skull Rock podcast with Dave. So I had her sit down here and watch cat videos while I was sitting here fiddling around with a podcast, finishing up. She's like, "Oh, that's how a podcast works." I'm like, "Sure.
Yes, that's it.
That's it. That's how it works. Daddy and Uncle Dave record, and that's how this works." And now, one of these days we'll have her look at the show while we're, you know what? She is fascinated. Anytime our kids watch us on TV, whether it's the podcast or whether it's me playing guitar somewhere or whatever, they're like, "Oh, I want to see. Can I see? Can I see?" Because I think it's just fascinating for them to see us on TV, which is hilarious.
Of course.
Anyway, and they get to see Aunt Kat now because it's like, "Oh, I know Aunt Kat." So
we
anyway.
need to get
those kiddos.
Get her to. We need to record her saying something.
Okay.
Show. I don't know what.
We certainly can.
But we should, because it's cute.
Once we get her into the mic, she'll never want to stop. She'll be a pod kid.
Oh, no.
Yes.
She will. That's her thing. She's got such a huge personality, Kat, as you know.
I say
That she does.
I say once she's 5, she decides she wants to do something. She's going to have an idea of what it is because that's her.
Oh, I remember when we were doing the show, and then Natalie's son was like, "Hey, how's your YouTube channel?" I was like, "Yeah, it's fine." She goes, "I want to start a YouTube channel and play video games." I'm like, "Oh, hey, more power to you, kiddo. Make sure it's good with your mom. Make sure she's good with it because I can't tell you what to do."
That's true.
Well, remember back in the Cooking with Mickey days when he was a little wee one.
Oh yeah, he used to love watching that.
He liked to watch them, and they went to one of the restaurants in Universal the one time, and he said he was going to do his own Cooking with Mickey videos, and he's like. She filmed him, but he's like playing with like the lemon and the salt and the pepper and the sugar and that stuff on the table.
Kids are so funny.
I mean, he must have been like 5 years old at the time. He was little. But it was very cute because she sent me the video. I was like, "Aw."
It is funny. By the way, this is Dining at Disney podcast, and we talk about food every single week on this show. If you're just now tuning in on Source,
if we get around to it,
and for the most part, it's all about food.
Okay, so
we do have a topic today.
Today we are going to be talking about the places we feel are the best Asian restaurants to eat at Walt Disney World.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm going to chime in really quick and say that Disneyland. We were going to make you part of the list, but there's really only one. Now, you can get other Asian-style dishes other places, or Polynesian-style dishes other places. However, I will say, and just get this out of the way, Lucky Fortune Cookery at DCA, it's not too shabby. Maybe you've had it, maybe you haven't, but we'll just get that one out of the way. They've got teriyaki, Szechuan chicken, they've got these brand new bulgogi burritos, which are awesome. By the way, that is Korean barbecue style beef bulgogi, which I love so much. So, there you go, Disneyland. There's your big shout out on our predominantly Walt Disney World program.
I am going to state 2 complaints I have about Asian food at Walt Disney World.
What? You're married to Asian?
It is the size. Look, we're talking about a place that square miles is the size of San Francisco. So, I mean, Walt Disney World is not a little tiny place.
Mm-mm.
It's missing a lot of Asian cuisines, and I think it's missing 2 that really a lot of people would enjoy, that are pretty popular across the United States, being Thai as well as Korean barbecue. I don't know
100%.
why they don't have them.
Well, Kat, you mentioned that there's some places off property that are pretty legit, and I would have to agree.
Yes, but that's not property.
Yeah, I know.
I think the overhead on like a Korean barbecue restaurant on Disney property I don't know that they'd get a return on their money. Thai, on the other hand, there's really no good reason. I think they're not finding the right partners. At Disney, it's all about the partnership. It's all about the brand synergy, if you will. This is not, American Psycho 1990, but I just don't think that if they can't find someone like a Thai chef like Morimoto, whoever the Thai version of Morimoto might be, forgive me for not knowing, then they might be able to put a Thai restaurant on like a Disney Springs area situation, or like in a hotel.
So here's what I propose. I propose this. I'm going to call Chef Brian Tsao, who was on Food Network for the best sandwiches. He was on Beat Bobby Flay. He's a friend of mine. He's a guitar player, all around awesome guy. And he should open a mission sandwich in Disney World.
What is that place?
It's a awesome. I was going to say a double $sign. Because
He's
we're on
like a
social
double
radio
snake.
now. Yeah, so it's an awesome restaurant, and he does have some Asian inspired sandwiches there, but it's an awesome place. And of course he would be awesome to do a restaurant there because he is that kind of guy. It's like you should follow him on Instagram. Not that ordinary, not your ordinary chef, but he's killer. And yeah, it would be amazing to have on there. Plus he loves heavy metal, and I think that would be a really cool kind of heavy metal Asian themed, sandwich shop, which would be cool.
Yeah, and even like a Roy Choi or a David Chang, like those guys could probably open a successful flagship over there. But I really do think it's about partnership. I will say this, not to like armchair Imagineer you guys to death, but like for as long as I can remember, I've always said that little area in between Africa and Asia and Animal Kingdom, that was such a missed opportunity to do like a floating boats Thai style, like food bev. Like on the floating boats, like the way they do it in Thailand and
or street
Singapore.
food.
Yeah, it's like such a missed opportunity. But
so good, Kat.
You're right, Kristen. Those two things are definitely missing. But I will shout out You and Me Hot Pot.
Yeah.
Right there, outside. Peanut the robot seats you. You can't beat it. It's so good.
We'll have to try that next time.
Yeah, we do need to try that next time, but I've heard so many good things about it.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have a pretty spectacular offering overall in terms of Asian restaurants or Asian, heavily
like
Asian inspired restaurants.
I feel like being like Sam the Eagle.
Go ahead. Say it.
Hold on. Try to think. Asian, but mostly Chinese, Japanese.
Okay.
Because he says, it's like all nations, but mostly.
Yes. But mostly Chinese, Japanese. Yes.
All Asia, but mostly.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, who wants to get us started with some of their favorite places to have Asian food at Walt Disney World?
I think Kat should kick it off.
Okay. I picked something for my first one that's a little off the like main because it's not technically an Asian restaurant, but they do serve Asian food there, and it's the Jungle Navigation Skipper Canteen.
Mm-hmm.
The sustainable fish there, not piranha, served over bok choy, lotus root, bell pepper, shiitake mushroom in a light ginger lemongrass broth. It's like a tom yum style soup with a delicious, when I had it, it was grouper with a delicious grouper over top of it. It was really, really good.
Yeah.
That one's gluten-free, but they also have char siu pork. They have curry vegetable stew. They have a dan dan noodle on the menu there.
Mm-hmm.
And they also have some small plates of fried rice. They used to have shumai. It looks like they took that off the menu. But they used to have shumai.
Right. I love that.
Yeah. It's in park. It's a little sit down, enjoy some air conditioning, have a little cocktail if you want it, because you can get a cocktail here in the park. I like it.
I like it too. Kristen?
So I think I'm going to have to go with Yak and Yeti.
Mm-hmm.
Table service one over at Disney's Animal Kingdom. They have a lot of really good food. I haven't had anything here that I didn't love. I would have to say they do have some wok fried green beans that are really good if you're looking to start your meal with a little something. But my go-to dish is the ahi tuna nachos. They are so good. I don't like to share them, but it is considered a shareable appetizer meant for two people. I just order it as like my whole meal.
Sure.
They also have the lettuce cups that are really good. Let's see, what else do I like here? They've got the the noodles and bowls that you can get. So there's like a Malaysian seafood curry that's good. What is it that you had that one time, Aljon, that was
Well, first of all, you'd have to.
it was Kobe beef.
Well, I like the Kobe beef burger for sure.
That's it.
But I'm not aiming for any of this watered down stuff. I want to go straight for the Asian. So definitely go for the Korean beef on wok. And then, dinner time, they also have something that is not on the lunchtime menu, and that is they have this the bao buns, and so definitely at least they did have it. Did they take it out?
No,
Did they take it
I
out?
think that is part of that like extra menu.
Oh,
They
okay.
have it at the walk up, don't they?
Yeah, they might have it at the walk up, but basically they have a steamed plate, and they have steamed buns and some dumplings and other things in there. It's almost like a best of dim sum because
It's on the special menu.
it's on the special menu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just happened that they have had some version of that each time we've been there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like the special menu that they drop off in addition to the one that they have.
Mm-hmm.
And last time we got a chicken dish from that was really good.
Yeah,
I can't think of what it was.
It's really
but
good. So
it's one of those limited time kind of menus.
Yeah, I definitely check that out. And don't forget, it's Yak and Yeti. So sign up for that Landry's card and get seated ahead of everybody else, and put that $25 birthday gift card to some use.
Yes, because if you have that card and you go in there and there's no tables like available, no reservations available, you still can be seated.
Mm-hmm.
That's the exception
Yeah.
to the no reservations available at Yak and Yeti.
Yes, 100%. Thank you, Kristen. I'm going to make mine pretty. Well, I'm just going to get this out of the way just really quick because I know that we're going to have a log jam because of some of our favorites. I know Kat, I know what she's going to say. I know what Kristen's going to say. So I'm just going to go straight in and say, let's go to kimonos, because over there at the Walt Disney World Swan part of the Swan and Dolphin Hotel, this place has some of my favorite sushi, drinks, bars, but more importantly, what goes better with sushi and beverages, adult beverages, might I say, karaoke. And that's probably some of my favorite things about that. Every time we go with friends, it's legit. Guests 21 years of age, of course, can have the chilled sake, the plum wine, beer, fruity cocktails. They've got it all. I personally love the chilled sake and plum wine combo, so I'm totally there for it. Sushi rolls, sashimi, you've got it. They've got it. They've got everything you need. And of course, karaoke in the lounge. So just
Starting at what, 9:30, right?
Yeah, starting at 9:30. It rocks on until about 1:00 in the AM. So
if you're a late night person,
if you're a late night person and just want to be entertained, you want to people watch, pull out the wallet, start drinking, get yourself some awesome sushi, and let the good times roll at Kimonos.
they do have a large catalog of karaoke songs. You can sing.
They do. And also, it's been voted Orlando Sentinel's Critics' Choice for Best Sushi in Orlando. And that's no joke, yo.
You do have good sushi. I always get the sushi and the sake.
Yep. It's good. Do you like cold sake or warm sake?
I'll go for either.
You don't discriminate.
Just depends on my mood.
Kat, are you able to have sake because it's based
I
on
can.
rice?
Yes, I can have sake, and the sake I prefer is the sake that tastes like juice and has bubbles
Okay, sure.
because it's me.
I'll keep noted for
All
future
about-
reference.
Swanky bubbles.
Swanky
I got into this they do this thing in LA like twice a year. It's called the Japanese like food festival, and basically like all the different sake brands and the like sushi robot and like a bunch of different people who sell Asian products get together and like do like a convention style thing, and like you buy a ticket and you can like drink until your face falls off basically.
I love that.
And I got into this sake when I was at one of those that's like the jelly sake.
Oh,
It was so weird.
and back.
It's so weird. It's like jelly on the inside, and if you mix it with the sparkling sake, it's like basically boba but alcoholic. It's delicious.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
so strange.
Yeah, it's like
It's weird.
a lava lamp.
Yeah. It's weird, but it's real good.
Yeah, they're also great chemists over there in Japan. So leave it to them to make some really exotic, bubbly sake. So
Oh yeah.
awesome. I guess we're back to you, Kat.
Shocking no one. My next choice is Takumite.
I know. I was waiting for it.
I love Takumite. I have not had their new omakase style menu, but I really want to soon because it looks really good. Sashimi, sushi, shiromono, agemono, yakimono, A5 wagyu. Yes, one of everything.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it.
Now, have you ever had the chef's menu?
The omakase, not here.
Okay.
Not here. When we went, it was still, you could either do the chef's menu or you could do a la carte, and we did a la carte because there was 5 of us. So in the end, we ended up having the whole omakase because we each ordered a different thing and then like picked off each other's plates.
No, that's the way to go then, huh?
Yeah. So now it's only omakase, and I really want to do it. They have one that, of course, has the A5 wagyu, and then they also have a plant-based option, and they even have a kids option. Fun for the whole family. And then they have the gigantic list of sakes, including a sparkling one for me, obviously. A large list of Japanese whiskeys and beers. It's just the atmosphere there is so beautiful, and yeah, I just really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Good. That's amazing. I love it. Your new nickname, Kat, is going to be Swanky Bubbles.
Yes. My Ren Fair nickname is Goldie, so I feel like Swanky Bubbles fits with my persona.
Ooh, nice. I like it a lot. That's cool.
Then definitely don't search Swanky Bubbles when it comes to bar rescue.
Don't do that. Just don't do it, period.
Okay.
Stay away, Google machine. Okay, I knew this was coming, so I wasn't going to take it from you, Kristen.
Okay. So I am going to have to go with Morimoto Asia.
Oh, yeah.
I do like kimonos, and since you already picked that, then that left Morimoto's for me.
Okay. I mean, these are pretty obvious picks, y'all. And that's cool. I mean, people got to know what our favorites are.
It probably would have been easier to do the ones we don't like.
Well, we'll give them a mention
We'll
at
do
the
that
end
for
because I feel like if
another
we don't
day.
mention one restaurant, then people are.
Everyone will know.
So let's just go ahead because that's actually one of Sorcy's favorite places to eat, but we'll leave that for later.
I really like the sushi rolls here. My go-to sushi roll anywhere is the spicy tuna.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say that the spider roll here is very good.
Mm-hmm.
You were not with me when I ordered that. I was with Tony.
Well, I will forgive you, but I am a big fan
Disney
of
Parks podcast.
I am a big fan of soft shell crab, so there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say, I've eaten at Morimoto's one time. It was before the parallelogram.
Mm-hmm.
I got some of the worst food poisoning I've ever had.
Oh no.
And I never went back.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
So I feel like I need to give it another shot. Everyone always talks about how amazing it is. And it was not a good time.
That's why I have never gone back to the ABC commissary until this past trip in October. It's been maybe 12, 13 years since I've been back to ABC commissary, and I finally went back, and it maybe Kat, we can plan a trip where we can all go and do it together.
That would be good.
Mm-hmm.
The worst food poisoning I've ever had in my entire life was the Mexico Pavilion back before they did the big refurbishment.
Oh, yeah.
When it was the old place that was there.
Yeah.
I ate something chicken, and it wasn't too long after I had my transplant. So I was on the higher immunosuppressive meds, and they tell you like don't eat anything that isn't. If it comes out room temperature and it's supposed to be hot, don't eat it.
Time out. Zach Morris, time out. Kristen has had a kidney transplant, y'all, for the uninitiated. So just want to let you know that's why.
So I ate chicken that was not hot.
Enough.
So all of a sudden we're in line waiting to ride Maelstrom. And I turned to him and I said, "Oh no, we gotta go like right now." I spent 3 days not being able to keep anything down, and I'm never eating there again. And then they revamped that whole pavilion and added La Hacienda and everything. And I was like, okay, it's a new restaurant. Now I can try it again.
Yeah. We went down we went down the Mexican lane, but hopefully next time, Kat, fingers crossed, you'll have an amazing experience there.
I love Morimoto, like as a chef. I love watching him do appearances on like Iron Chef and Top Chef and all those shows that he's on Food Network and Cooking Channel. And when that happened, I was so disappointed. Like, it's not his fault, obviously, just his name on the door. But like, I was so disappointed because I wanted to love it so much. And we just haven't gone back.
Did you happen to have a salad there?
No, I was like super upset, right? Because obviously for the uninitiated, I am allergic to wheat, and soy sauce typically has wheat in it. And when they first opened, they didn't have any sort of allergy menu. So basically they were like, we can't help you. We don't know. You either you can't have anything or you take your chances.
Oof.
And so I was like, okay, well, can I just have like nigiri? Like all I want is like 3 pieces of tuna and some rice. And they were like, sure. And it must have been like old tuna or something. I don't know. But I was sick for days afterwards. And it was one of those moments where they were like, we can't help you. It was not very long ago, but long ago enough that like I would go again and try again. And hopefully they have different policies in place.
Yeah. And maybe, and I know that during that time, maybe the staff was a little bit rough around the edges.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was
we had some issues with the staff there.
We've had issues with the staff early on, but you know what? I think they're maybe coming together because of feedback from people like us.
Mm-hmm.
And there's training a certain way. I think there's different ways of doing that, and there's different standards. Hopefully now they have a menu that is completely gluten-free or whatever that they can offer you, because there is that. I mean, anyway.
Well, I was going to mention a couple of the delicious menu items that I really enjoy. One is the Morimoto spare ribs. They're nice sticky ribs with hoisin sweet chili glaze. It's got the cilantro.
My favorite, by the way.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
They do have a Mongolian filet mignon, which comes with wok sauteed scallions, enoki mushroom, sweet Szechuan sauce, and it is served table side. So that's really cool. Yeah. Now, I do not eat duck, but
Tunnel's happy about that.
But I have heard that the Peking duck here is phenomenal.
It's one of their signature dishes, Kristen.
Mm-hmm.
I get that, but that does not mean I'm going to eat it. And just because it's a signature dish, it does not necessarily mean it's phenomenal.
No, you're right. But Morimoto's name is on it, so I would, it's one of their things. So
you would sure hope so.
Well, you would think. It's like, say, yes, go ahead. I'm sorry, I won't say it. Go ahead.
I do wish, though, that the spicy miso ramen did not have duck in it, because that dish would totally be up my alley.
You said miso ramen, I just want to do that song. Miso ramen, miso ramen. We love you long time.
Oh my.
I couldn't help myself.
What are we going to do with you?
Man, if it's musical, I'm so going to do it. Okay.
For dessert, I suggest the green tea cheesecake. if you like matcha, it's delicious. They also do have gelato, but it comes from the place next door or like right down the way from it.
Vivoli.
Yep.
Yeah.
And really, you can't go wrong with their gelato.
Mm-mm.
But I am surprised because the options that they have is vanilla, chocolate chip, and apricot. Why is there not a green tea matcha one on there? Because a matcha gelato would be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure matcha gelato is a seasonal flavor at Vivoli.
Okay.
So maybe you can get it seasonally.
I don't know, but I like me some matcha desserts.
Me too.
Works.
Matcha
for me.
mochi works well for me.
Mochi. I like that.
Even
All
our
right.
kids like matcha mochi.
I like it. Okay, gang. Here we are. And I want to say that one of the other places, you talk about typical, it's in your face, can't miss it. Over there at Epcot, once again, Japan Tapanito. Bam. It's fun. It's one of the things that I think is a family pleasing thing, because there you have part meal, part show. You've got the whole, hibachi grill chilling, and it's just a fun experience. You talk about my fun with kimonos and karaoke. I think this is so much fun because it's authentic, it's fun, the chefs are on point, and if you've not experienced it before, which I think some of our listeners may have, with hibachi grills, I think people are going to love it. And I know that when you're with your family, they're going to love it too, because they do like the whole onion dicing, looking at the Mickey ears and then setting it on fire, making a little volcano and just scooting across, everything, making a little choo-choo train, rolling the egg. I mean, putting the little things of rice in your mouth, just like shooting it through and trying to catch it in the air. I mean, every one of those gimmicks, man, those chefs are just on point. A lot of fun. Okay, so there you go. Fun at Tapanito. Enjoy. Family style.
Overnight, Dunkin's pumpkin spice coffee has sent folks into a cozy craze. I'm Lauren Latulip reporting live from home in my hand-knit turtleneck that my Nana made me. Cinnamony.
The home with Dunkin' is where you want to be.
Kat?
My next
other?
What?
I said, do you have any others to add?
I'm gonna say Kona.
There you
Kona
go.
Cafe at the Polynesian.
Yes.
They have a good sushi menu. The surf and turf is my favorite. It's Kona spice filet with chili spice lobster, crab, cucumber, avocado, yuzu mayo, sriracha. But if you're not into sushi, they have a lot of sushi rolls. They also have poke. But if you're not into sushi, they have the Kona braised short rib, which is delicious. They have the Asian marinated airline chicken. They have a turkey banh mi.
Yeah.
That has pate on it.
Oh, yeah.
So it's almost authentic. Almost. Authentic adjacent.
Authentic adjacent. Yes.
And they also have some small plates. The glazed chicken wings have a sticky sauce. It reminds me of the old chicken wings at Trader Sam's here in California that they don't serve anymore. Those are really good.
Mm-hmm.
I especially like their coconut curry soup. That's like a little tom kha soup with some shrimp and scallop and clams and some coconuts. It's delicious. What just happened?
Oh, there you go.
That was a weird.
What the
It was
heck?
weird. I think Zoom decided they wanted to just boot us and bring us back.
Yeah, seriously, it's haunted.
That's so strange. But anyway.
Wow. I was gonna say what I was saying before we were haunted was nothing goes better with an Asian dish than a tiki drink.
Oh,
there
yeah.
you go.
So
There you go.
know.
Nailed it.
there you go. Lots of choices.
My favorite tiki drink is a Mai Tai. But I like I like amaretto. And so you have that in that drink. So that's
Mai Tai's good, but if you're gonna go to the Kona, you got to get the Lapu Lapu.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, I will 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
You have to love rum and pineapple, yo. 'Cause
And
that's,
Orget.
that's right.
I think you and I are going to pick the same place for the last one.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Did I call it up already?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, then go ahead.
I have to go with, just like you have to go with, you're going to say Ohana.
Yes.
I'm going to say, before I get into this, I am disappointed that the Polynesian luau has had its time. It is no more. They have closed it forever with no word on anything coming to replace it. But that was a fun experience. I mean, how often do you get to see people twirl fire?
Oh, Polynesian Resort, you're breaking my heart.
And it had
Padme style.
And Ohana has very similar type food to what you would get at that luau.
Now, keep in mind, this is the spirit of aloha here at Ohana. And so while it's not necessarily Asian, it's Asian adjacent, it's Polynesian. We understand that, okay, if you want to get deep down and technical. But it's Asian influence, so good.
But if you were to like put Pacific Islanders with any group of people, what do you put them with?
Asians.
So doesn't that just counts?
It does count. I think it counts.
Technically, I mean,
I think it counts.
I think it counts too, because if it wasn't for colonization, they would definitely be considered. Just saying.
Same with the Philippines, right?
That's true. Which I am Filipino Chinese, proud of it.
Filipino's Asian.
Hey, by the way,
I had somebody argue that with me once.
Jollibee at Disney Springs. Can we just make that happen?
They're putting a Jollibee by my parents' house.
Oh, good for you.
My mom was like, "Do they have halo halo?" I was like, "Yes, you're white. Just so you know, you're still white."
Whoa. They're opening one all the way up there
in Michigan.
For reals? What are they doing in the Midwest? That's legit.
They just put in a Portillo's Chicago hot dogs by my parents, and like down the block, they're putting in a Jollibee.
I can't believe it, man. There must be some real. I mean, look, Filipino cuisine is legit. And by the way, it needs to come to Nashville. It needs to come to Orlando. Atlanta, Stat. If they don't have one there, I mean, they just need to slowly make it over. But I digress. Let's talk about Ohana. Sorry.
Before we get into that, I'm just going to say one tangent thing about Midwest. I want somebody to explain to me who came with the idea of including like Central North as being in the country, being Midwest. It's not mid and it's not west. So
I mean, it's pretty mid.
Well, I mean, there is the Mason-Dixon line argument, right?
It's pretty mid if mid means mediocre. So
well, you're a child of the hand, so I can't say anything.
Truth.
And I am going to then move on to
child of the hand.
Ohana.
Go ahead.
Say it.
Ohana means family.
Didn't I send that to you the other day?
Did you?
I sent it to Kristen on the day that it became official.
Yes, she did.
Oh, did you?
Stitch. They are adding to the Tonys Stitch.
Oh, I love that.
Okay. We will have to get one for the kids.
Man, we are just a tangent-filled machine
all you
today.
care to enjoy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ohana. Sadly, some of my favorite things are not the big part of the meal that you get. It's not all the meat that they bring by the table. And it's not what you're going to say is one of your favorite parts of the meal.
Nudes.
Mine is the honey coriander chicken wings. They make me very happy.
Yes.
They are delicious.
Yes.
I love the mixed greens that have the citrus vinaigrette. They have pork dumplings that come with this tossed in like a garlic chili sauce. And who does not like the Ohana bread with honey butter? Nothing is better than honey butter.
No, Hawaiian bread with honey butter is legit, y'all. So
Like I could
good.
just stick with the like appetizer, beginning portion, starters to this meal, and then just skip the dinner, what they call the dinner skillet.
Well, and if chicken wasn't enough, obviously the spicy peel and eat shrimp is great, but the Polynesian inspired grilled chicken with chimichurri sauce, ooh, it's so good. May I have some more, please? So there's
It's
so
that
much to love.
honey coriander that makes those chicken wings.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's that sticky glaze that is just finger looking good.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
Because the only other time I'll eat chicken wings is like I want them
Like that?
like hot. I like really hot chicken wings.
Yeah.
Where you eat like 5 of them and you're like, okay, it's too hot. I'm done.
Yeah. Well, Ohana,
Not these. These you could eat endlessly.
yeah, Ohana's wonderful.
But what is your favorite part of the meal other than that part?
Oh, well, I like the bread pudding.
Exactly. I'm like, wait.
Ohana bread pudding a la mode with homemade caramel sauce.
Second, I thought you were going to say Ohana means bread pudding.
I have to say it in my Stitch voice. Ohana. And then, so you got all that. So wonderful stuff there. So if you would like the all you care to enjoy plant-based dinner, they do have that as well. So there you have it. And they have for dessert the donut with soy-based frozen let it go dessert. So you have that.
The plant-based skillet includes the Ohana noodles, roasted broccolini, pineapple barbecued jackfruit, Polynesian-inspired chimichurri chicken sausage.
Which is fake chicken. It's probably tofu.
Mm-hmm.
Tofu sausage.
And tofu sausage.
Why do they say chicken?
Well,
Like, I mean,
it's
again,
plant-based,
chicken.
so
I know,
chicken
but when you say
floats.
something tastes like chicken doesn't really have much of a taste. So it's like one of those things that
Everything
I
tastes like
never
chicken.
get why they go tastes like chicken, because everything you could say that like chicken doesn't have a taste. It picks up whatever flavors you put on it.
Oh, there you have it.
Just
So that's a big list.
It is a big list.
Any kind
final
of
thoughts.
final thoughts? Because I have to say this. So go ahead and say.
No, I want to derail this conversation a little bit. So go ahead and say what you're going to say.
Okay, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention another glaring thing, which is the Nine Dragons Chinese restaurant at Epcot. Now, I can tell you that we've eaten there multiple times. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it.
It's not good.
It's a 4-star restaurant, according to TripAdvisor. DJ Sourcey at Source Radio is a big fan of Nine Dragons, loves eating there. And I can tell you that if you don't have legit Chinese or Chinatown, maybe this is as close as you can get. Maybe. It's a pass for me because we have awesome Chinese restaurants here in town. I've had better. You can have better in surrounding Walt Disney World restaurants, I believe, and probably cheaper and better. So, just stay away from the buffets. Just stay away from the buffets in Orlando for Chinese restaurants. They're just not good. They're just not good.
That's like in general in life.
In life.
I only to say when it comes to Nine Dragons, the honey sesame chicken is good, but pull the recipe out of a cookbook and make it at home.
Or you can get it at the quick service.
Yeah.
True.
That's my caveat, is that if you have an allergy and you're starving, and you can get rice and veg at the quick service. That's the only redeeming. Oh, and the ginger caramel ice cream. That's good too.
Oh, of course, that's great. You just get it in a little ice cream cup.
What we did not mention is excellent is I just drew blank for the name of it. Over in the Japan Pavilion, the shaved ice.
Kakegori.
Oh, Kabuki Cafe.
Kabuki.
Yes.
Kakegori.
Yes.
Yeah,
I like
sure.
it with the evaporated milk.
Yes.
No, not evaporated milk. It's called
Condensed.
condensed
Milk. Mhm.
With the snow cap. We love a snow cap.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yep.
the SoCap. I mean, yeah, Kabuki Cafe. Sure. For a little snack to go. Awesomeness.
Yeah. At the top of the show, you started with Lucky Fortune Cookery. And I was at Disneyland this weekend.
Oh,
And it was Lunar New Year Festival.
yes.
So there was a lot of Asian food to choose from because it is last weekend, the weekend before last weekend.
Last weekend.
The 20th, 21st was Lunar New Year officially. Year of the rabbit in China, year of the cat in Vietnam.
Mhm.
And I went to see Minnie Mickey's Runaway Railway this past weekend, which was delightful. And then I gorged myself at the Lunar New Year Festival. I had the purple sweet potato macaroon, always delicious.
Nice.
I had the gochujang elotes twice. It was that good. It was delicious. I had kimchi and rice from Paradise Grill, which was very good.
Mm.
I had 2 different types of boba, one with matcha and one the tiger boba.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember how excited I was over Bujello custard?
Yes.
They took it off the menu. They didn't do it. They got rid of it completely.
Aw.
Mm.
I was so disappointed. But for some place that has very little Asian cuisine during most of the year, at this time of the year, they do have some excellent choices over there. And I did enjoy all the things that I ate. So if you're in Disneyland, January-ish to February, mid-ish, and you're craving something Asian, from a whole fried fish to a pork banh mi to a bulgogi burrito, you can get it.
Yay.
But it is a limited time, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, get it while you can.
Yes.
Well, you can.
Yes.
So,
I will also say I had
What? Oh,
Go
I was gonna say I always enjoyed that back when you would go to Anaheim for the NAMM convention in January. I would get to take part in that every year.
mhm.
it's wonderful.
Snuck in here.
It is. We have a cat back in the studio. What's a show without a cat? The podcat.
Your cats are escape or entrance break-in artists. I love it.
I just watched.
They
The
know
Drink.
how to.
I
They
would-
they know how to. Somehow they have figured out how to move the barn door.
I'm gonna have to put a doorstop in here for when we do the show, so we don't have these guests trampsing
But they're
about.
so
I
cute.
love it.
They're great until they hit a button
I know.
where they say delete
I know. I'm
podcast.
gonna get him. I'm gonna get the kitty.
Okay.
While you do that, I also wanted to say that I had the old-fashioned cream soda.
Oh yeah, nice. I like the old fashioned cream soda.
It weirdly tasted like a cream soda. It was a slush.
Oh really?
I didn't expect it to be a slush.
Hmm.
It was a slush. It was purple. It was like violently purple.
Ooh.
But I had to have it because we talked about it for like 20 minutes on that episode. And I was like, no, we're doing this.
That is true. Well, I'm glad you had it, and I'm glad you reviewed it. So that's
Mhm.
great.
That was like one of the only 100th celebration items I could actually partake in. So I had to get it.
Nice. Well, I like that. So keep in mind the slush. It's available. Go out there and get it for the 100th.
The whole year, you can get it like 4 different places.
I like that a lot. Awesome.
Thanks so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you enjoy what we do and you'd like to support the show, you can do so by becoming a supporter on Anchor Or you can head over to diningatdisney.com or shop our links in the show notes. We've got Amazon, Disney Store, Kingdom Strollers, and Garden Grocers. Al, John, do you want to tell everyone where they can find us?
Well, sure. You can find all of us on social media. We'll have the links in the show notes. Find me at Aljon Rocks on Twitter, Aljon Go on Instagram. Please do so. Follow all of our great shows, like I said, on social media as well. I think, Dining at Disney's got such a great following, and we just want it to grow all the time, every day. Leave us those 5-star reviews wherever you get podcasts, and be sure to check out our other fellow podcasts. Let's talk about Eat the Pictures with Kat, because once again, she's going down talking about films and food, two great things that go great together, like peanut butter and jelly. You also have two other things that go great together. It's me and Dave Bossert with Skull Rock Podcast, where we're going to continue to talk about the behind the scenes of some of your favorite Disney films and attractions. So check that out everywhere you get podcasts. Kat?
You can find me on Instagram at Catastrophe, at CAT_ASTROPHE. Don't forget to join our Facebook group. Did I spell that right?
Sure.
I had a fugue state just now. If I didn't, I don't care. Join our Facebook group where you don't have to spell if you don't want to, Dining at Disney, and check out our friends, the Disney Dorks, and our Sorcerer Radio Fun Zone. You can hear our show on Sorcerer Radio on Mondays, so check that out. As for all your Disney, Universal, and cruise travel, contact Kristen at themeparksandcruises@gmail.com. Her services are free, and she will send you on the best vacation of your life. Until next time, I have been Kat. That has been Kristen and Aljon. Bon appetit.
The information and opinions expressed in this podcast are for entertainment and informational purposes. All other trademarks mentioned are the property of their respective owners.
Have a good week, everybody.
I think I just had a stroke.
I got to turn off the music. There you go.